Now, we go to a classic Republican story. Now, what's happening is they're having a debate down in Tennessee about what should happen to unemployment insurance once the federal stimulus money runs out. And a Republican's going to come on, as you're about to see here, and make the argument that once that runs out, that's it, we should kick people off of unemployment benefits, etc. And they're going to have a little debate about this back and forth. And I think it's so perfectly symbolic of the difference between Republicans and Democrats in the country that we thought we'd share it with you. It's clip number 6.
And the amendment that's in the packet, Mr. Chairman, makes the bill, but in essence the amendment says that after the funds run out that we received from the American Recovery Reinvestment Act relating to payments to dependents, when that expires, we will not use state dollars to continue that.
Is there a motion on the amendment? There's a motion, second. Discussion on the amendment. President Jones, you're recognized.
How do you suggest people eat?
Well, I think we all need to, as best you can, find you a job, so I suggest.
Well, but I can tell you, and that's real funny.
I
but,
don't mean for it to be funny. I really
well, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the peanut gallery.
All right.
If there are no jobs available, and I can tell you from the people that are getting calls at the Department of Labor that they are looking for employment, and jobs aren't there, and they need what tiny little bit of money this is to get through and to feed their children, and that's specifically what you're cutting out, is feeding children.
Well, what I'm cutting out is that when the money runs out, we don't take it out of your back pocket. You're working, you're trying to do the best you can, and you're trying to provide for your family, so we don't take it from your family and give it to those that don't have. So we're taking from those who don't have and are struggling, like you and your family. And this says that when we're out of money, we're out of money.
So we don't need to assist people to take care of their children and feed them.
Oh, individually you should.
Well,
but by the force of government, you should not. But individually you should. Yes, you should, as I know you do.
No, Representative. The point here is the economy, and you and I both know this, is in dire straits. We know that.
Yes.
People cannot find jobs. No, they can't. No, they can't.
Listen, I mean, we could argue that night and day, but the point is,
well,
you want the strong arm of the government to reach into your back pocket to somebody else.
Excuse me. People cannot find jobs, and that can be determined by what's going on at the Department of Labor right now with people that need these benefits. And I think it is just mean to try to cut that money off so that people can't feed their children.
All right. Look, the funny thing is, I see both sides here. And so I'm not going ballistic. Look, his best argument is, if you're out of money, you're out of money. I'm very open to that argument, right? But it's the way he makes that argument that's so grating. Because at one point, they ask him, so, you know, how are people supposed to eat? He says, find a job. I guess that's easy for you to say. I mean, the problem is not, hey, look, we're out of money. What do we do? Do we choose to help people that are in dire straits, or do we spend the money elsewhere? It's, they don't need the help. They should just go find a job. As if they're not really trying. All the people who are unemployed are bums. Now, if it was just that one statement, you say, well, okay, that sounded harsh. But then when she came back and said, you know, it's not that people, she said people can't find a job. It's not that they're not looking. He said, we can argue that all day long. See, he doesn't think that you're trying. He thinks that if you're unemployed, you're a bum and you're not really looking for a job and you're taking money, as he said, out of his back pocket. And he says, oh, no, privately you should help them. Really, how much are you helping them? How much are all you, the conservatives helping them, the Republicans helping them? Some are, no question. A lot of people do charity. And is it enough? That's another question. But look, what the government is, it's a collection of all of us getting together for mutual needs. So we need roads. So we get together and we chip in a little bit of money and we get roads. We need a fire department, police department. And sometimes when somebody's out of a job because the recession is what they're calling the Great Recession, and they're desperately looking for work, and they got a family of 4 and they need to eat, we step in and we help them out. Now, the Republican idea apparently is, what's the big deal? Just go get a job. I already have one. And my position isn't, hey, you know what, since they need it, we're going to give it to them indefinitely, et cetera. Look, there are budgetary limits, right? But we have to be sane and humane, and we have to do the best we can in providing for those people in a way that we can afford, that we can make it work, et cetera. And the callous attitude of the Republicans is what makes a lot of people in the country say, I'm not with those guys. Yeah, we might have budget problems in Tennessee or in the country or whatever, but I want to try to resolve those in the best way to serve as many Americans as possible. I don't want to be the guy that says, oh, who cares? Whatever, buddy. I'm not them. If they're having problems, those bums should go get a job. That's unfortunately what the Republican Party has devolved to and why so many people have left it.